Looking to start your next home improvement project? Do It Center has everything you need from foundation to finish. Whether you're building, renovating, or just sprucing up, you'll find a wide selection of construction materials, lumber, tools, finishings, and of course, Do It Best quality paints. Perfect for every room. Now with 2 convenient locations on Goodwill Road and Cork Street, it's easy to shop in person or you can browse the full collection online at store.doitcenterdominica.com. Need delivery? They've got you covered. Do It Center offers island-wide delivery so your purchases reach you wherever you are. Visit them today and the friendly, knowledgeable staff will help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Do It Center Dominica, your partner in home improvement.
You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny boys? Tell me ready. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny boys? Timon, Gaibel. Gaibel. Don't message my phone. Gaibel. I don't want you. Gaibel. Jigsaw. Let's go. You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. Why you got in all that Barry? Acting as though you don't want me. Yes, baby.
Maybe you think we need mustard?
Yes, baby.
Yes, baby.
I don't have ketchup, you know. You think we should take some?
Yes, baby.
If you tell me clean the house, yes, baby. If you tell me hush my mouth, yes, baby. If you say I cannot go, yes, baby. I will
I want 5 cases of malt, 2 cases of leg quarters, 3 cases of yellowtail wine. Give me plenty yellowtail wine. Half bag lentils,
yes,
half bag.
baby.
It's paying.
When I go to work, she lie down on the settee. When I come home, I give her all the money. Yes, baby, you don't need to stress. Take what you want and give me the rest. Yes, baby, your cooking is the best. But I know you're tired. Why don't you take a rest?
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to another show. Welcome to another show. Welcome. It is Tuesday, February 18th. It's my birthday. Yes, it's my birthday. Imagine that. This is the most you're going to get out of me on my birthday, okay? This is the most you're going to get out of me on my birthday. The fact that I show up tonight for Meeya Francis. All right? It's my birthday. And I literally have been like dolled up pretty much all day and doing absolutely nothing. Welcome guys. Welcome to another Jael Joseph Live. If you've not subscribed yet, please do so. Hit that notification button. Especially if you're on YouTube, I want to encourage folks to log in. People telling me, "Oh, Jael, we missed the show. I hate missing your show live." You don't have to miss our show live. Go over to YouTube. I've pinned the YouTube page. You can subscribe. You can turn on the notification. When I go live, you get the notification. I mean, hello. Like, what are you waiting for? Right? So you will never have to miss another show. Tonight we have Meeya Francis. I am so excited to be talking to her. I mean, I remember not too long ago I had a very similar conversation with her. Um, and it's good to have her back on here to share a little bit about her story. Like I said, if you missed the first interview yesterday, the reason why this is done in this format is I believe in giving each individual their time to showcase their skills, to speak on their talents, to talk about their own journey, like not as a group. And this is why this is so important for me to do it this way, and for you to get to know them better because we wait sometimes on the night of the show to figure out who's who and who is supporting and who. No, no, no. You can pick out your winner from after Jael Joseph Live. After Jael Joseph Live, you can say, okay, that's the girl I'm supporting. That's the girl I'm putting out my pom poms for. Because I can tell you, these girls have been working super hard over the last couple of weeks, months, I should say, to get in to get themselves ready for the big night on the 27th of February. It's going to be a big show, 5 of them competing to be Miss Dominica 2025. It's such a prestigious title. Big up to Kiana Dyer, who is the current Miss Dominica as well as Miss OECS. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what the girls have in store for us on the 27th. But I want to get to know them a little bit better today. And I want to big up the Discover Dominica Authority and DFC for allowing this, interview to happen. They reached out to me earlier o'clock and they were like, yes, Jael, let's get this sorted out. And we were able to come up with a wonderful schedule that that worked for both of us. And I am happy to be able to share with you a little bit of their story. I wanna also say, thank you very much to all those of you who are tuned in on Facebook, those of you on YouTube, those of you on LinkedIn, those of you who are locked in on Black Island Girl. Thank you very much for joining us here this evening. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you choose to be right here, and I love you. Love you. All right. Thank you very much for choosing to be here this evening. I want to say such a huge thank you to my sponsors. Without them, girlfriend ain't doing this, right? Bills got to get paid. Lights got to stay on, right? So I want to say thank you very much in a ginormous way to my sponsors. Do It Center, Do It Best Paints. I got a very beautiful Do It Center mug and an umbrella. Let me tell you, in these raining times, you need an umbrella. Somebody volley my umbrella at Junior Monarch. Can you believe somebody volley my umbrella? And Do It Center is like, Joe, we got you. We got you. And just like that, they got you. So anything hardware you're looking for, you gotta check out Do It Center and Do It Best Paints. Also want to say thank you very much to Fresh Market Pharmacy. We're in the flu season, guys. A lot of folks are coming down with the flu. A lot of kids are coming down with the flu. And I want to encourage you guys to check out Fresh Market Pharmacy. You can go upstairs and speak to the pharmacist about getting the best, whether it's cough syrup, whether it's best medication for you and for your family, or even just getting vitamins to stay boosted during the season. I also want to say thank you to Cash and Carry, Best Price, Astafans, Caribe, the agents for Perseco. Let me tell you, I could be drinking a Perseco right about now. Let me tell you, distributed by HHV Research and Company Limited. You guys ready? Thanks so much. Thanks for the birthday greetings, guys. I truly appreciate all the birthday greetings. This is not about me tonight, okay? This is about Meeya Francis. It's not about me. Thank you very much to all those of you who reached out. I mean, I felt the very first person. Normally, my sister Jael is the very first person to wish me happy birthday. She stays up every time to wish me happy birthday. And let me tell you, Selector Urban beat her by seconds. So big up to Selector Urban, my DJ, who was the first person to wish me happy birthday. I think it was like 12:01. And he was already, wishing me happy birthday. And then right after my sister came, she messaged me. She's like, oh, you're up. I'm calling you. So thank you very much to all those of you who shared wishes on my timeline. Those of you who called. You calling me, you can call me and I answer if I answer and you call me, right? I'm your peoples and you're my peoples, right? So thank you to all those of you who called and wished me greetings and well wishes. People were waiting for a photo shoot to drop today. Everybody in doing photo shoots. I'm doing something different. Everybody doing photo shoot. I think I started the trend. I'm gonna take it because I think I did. I was the one who started the photo shoot trend on my birthday. I started doing it very extravagant. I did the whole Bridgerton theme, and I also did it for other people. I did creative direction for people, and like everybody doing it. So I gotta come up with something else, you know. So this year I'm taking a pause for the cause. Let's get ready to talk to Meeya Francis. So excited to have her join the show here this evening. She is a wonderful individual. I met her, like I said, a few times. Seems like Meeya like a competition, right? Meeya like a competition. We love to compete, it seems. We're going to find out a lot about her here this evening. So make some noise, show some love, and welcome for the very first time to the show, Meeya Francis. Hi, Meeya.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jael. Let me just say happy birthday to you.
Thank you,
Fun
my
fact,
dear.
you're most welcome. A fun fact, my birthday was last Friday, Valentine's Day. So
Aquarians.
that's
Okay.
right.
Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
So that is awesome that we're celebrating. I mean, there's a reason why we go so hard, right?
That's right.
Aquarians, we don't
The
play.
first run things.
We don't play. We don't play. We definitely don't play. It's fantastic to have you on here with me this evening. And I'm so excited to get to know you more because since the last time we connected, I'm sure a lot has changed. I'm
That's
sure
right.
that you've evolved. I can hear your accent has changed a little bit, not in the sense of you song differently, but you song more refined. You sound so polished. I absolutely love it. You sound like you're ready for radio broadcasting. Is that where we're leading, Meeya?
Well, we'll see.
It's awesome to have you on, and for those people who are on the live and this is their first time meeting you and getting to know a little bit about you. First of all, tell us a little bit about you in terms of who's Meeya Francis. Where are you from? Your age, and just share just a brief introduction about who Meeya Francis is.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Once again, I am 24-year-old Meeya Francis, representing the community of Roger Canefield, and I am contestant number 2 in the Miss Dominica pageant 2025. Um, I'm inspiring women to overcome failure as my platform because this brings back really my journey right now. As most of you may be aware, I took part in the show a year ago where I wasn't successful in a sense. And I'm back here again to try again and bring something new to you all. I'm also a mental health advocate. I have been working closely with the AP units where I have carried a few sessions with the patients at the AP units where they share their experiences with me and how they end up in situations, their anxiety, their depressions, and their stories as to how they became mentally ill patients. I'm also a sports enthusiast. I play netball, football, and handball. And I am very adventurous. I love outdoor activities like going swimming, hiking, everything outdoor. Just name it.
Wow, that is you give me a lot of questions, eh? Let me tell you, I have lots of questions for you. You open up I shouldn't say a can of worms, a can of soup, right? Because now I'm ready to really dig a little bit deeper, and get to know you a little bit more based on a few things that you said here, this evening. First of all, I want to find out from you, how are you feeling right now as the pageant is drawing closer?
I must say, I feel great and I feel somewhat of a pressure. And I would say it's oxymoronic because it's a bittersweet experience where I know persons are looking forward to seeing what I have to bring to the pageant because I have been here before and I'm back here again and they're expecting something much better. However, I'm enjoying the moment and I'm ready to showcase what I really have to offer bigger and better this year.
Mm. I want you to take us back to last year. Like we gonna go there. We have to go there. It's the elephant in the room. I don't recall another contestant, and the people in the chat could probably correct me if I'm wrong. Another contestant participating for the second time around. Usually you have a set of girls and you never see them again if they didn't make it or anything. You participated last year. Tell me a little bit about your experience last year and where you felt that you could have performed a bit better.
Yes. Last year I wasn't successful. However, the experience was amazing. I enjoyed every bit of the experience. I learned so much. I grew so much. I gained a lot of experiences and a lot of lessons and opportunities from that experience. And it really allowed me to be more confident, more motivated. And this is what led me to come back again to showcase who I really am and what I'm capable of and what I have to offer to everyone.
You are a true Aquarian. You don't give up, eh? Like
That's right.
it's like like we dust ourselves off and we try again, like through and through. Um,
That's true.
you decided you want to come back again this year. Why why come back this year? Because people, we could have said, you could have said, I learned all of these things about myself, I gained all this experience, and I can implement them into my own life, I can implement them or carry them through my journey. Why come back this year?
And Jael, I'm someone who don't accept failure. Whenever I set goals for myself, I ensure that I accomplish those goals. Therefore, I knew that was capable of doing more and showcasing more, and I know that I'm able to be better. Therefore, I decided to come back this year and showcase who I really am this year.
Mm. What really keeps you motivated, Mia?
Really, Angeli, myself. I see myself as my only competition, my only motivator, and I'm thankful for those around me, like my team, my family, my friends. However, once I set my mind to something, definitely I'm going to achieve those goals. Trust me, I am.
Mm. That's awesome. I'm interested to know, based on last year's experience, um, I don't want to call it a failure because, and some people might say you failed because you didn't make it past, or you didn't win, right? But that's how society kind of structures everything. What do you think probably is the what most misunderstood thing about failure?
I would say the most understood thing about failure is that once you fail, it should just be left as is. You know, that we shouldn't try again or we're not good enough for what we set it out to do at first. And it is important to remember that failure is the only opportunity to start over, but this time more intelligently. And just go ahead and do what you have to do, but do it differently, try a different approach, a different mentality, be more motivated, and ensure that you achieve those goals. Yeah.
Mm. Thank you for sharing that with us. Your personal, I'm interested in your personal challenges. What personal challenge have you overcome over the last year, or even through this new journey that you've taken on, that has shaped who you are today?
My personal challenges. Last year, I had a huge challenge with my walking. I was horrible at walking,
I
and
remember that. I remember you talking about that. I remember you saying, "Boy, that's so hard."
that's very true. I was horrible at working, and I took this as a lesson to push myself. So after the show, I have been modeling from since, literally from since the show ended. I've been modeling nonstop for the past 2 years. I went ahead and do the Dominican Next Supermodels competition where I came first position. And I also started my own modeling series where I model throughout Dominica, different nature um, areas. And there's something that I really enjoy doing, and I continue to just keep modeling every day.
So you looked at keeping up with the limelight as a way to keep yourself out there, keep yourself motivated, and also it's like practice, right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
That's wonderful. You're currently the draw hostess for the Dominica National Lottery.
Yes.
How has that experience helped you in terms of your public speaking skills, or even just how you prepare yourself, mentally? Because, like I rightfully said at the start of the conversation, your accent has become, or your tones, you're a bit more refined. Your articulation is a bit clearer. You don't sound like the Meeya of 2 years ago. You sound quite refined. So tell me a little bit about that experience working as a hostess, the draw hostess for the DNL, and how has it helped you to prepare yourself mentally?
The experience has been great, and this was something that I really forced myself to do because, as you're aware, I was shy and timid prior, and I wanted to really face my challenges, and I have been um, struggling with public speaking and public appearances. So I decided to send an application to the Dominican National Lottery to be the draw hostess, and it has been great. Every day is a learning process, and I enjoy bringing smiles on person's faces, reading the game's results, and it's really allowed me to be more motivated, be more confident, and really showcase who I really am to the world every single day.
From someone who pays, let me tell you, I pay very close attention to the draws, but not just the draws. I'm just very much of an audio person. I've listened to the draws, and I remember when I first heard you, I was like, damn, like I was super proud of you, the way you sounded. You sounded very nice, on, like, you're very good to the air. I truly appreciate it. I do that a lot with a lot of people, and sometimes I'm like, I can't listen to this person, and I take this and I take them down a notch, or I put the radio very low and I listen to radio. I'm an avid radio listener, right? Even to this day, although I'm on social media, I still listen to radio, because radio is my first love. And I really must say that your growth has definitely shown in when you do the draw on the for Dominican National Lottery. It really does show. Even
Thank
though
you.
it's coming through audio, it really does show you've grown. You've definitely grown a lot. We know that pageantry requires a level of confidence, a level of poise. I mean, you spoke to all of these things, how you're trying to, like, make yourself more ready. But I'm interested to know, like, how do you handle pressure? Like, this is a competition that brings a lot of pressure, a lot of, especially sometimes with to the time, getting sponsors, rehearsing, making sure you know your talent, making sure. How do you handle pressure?
Pressure is something that you really have to learn to cope with because with pageantry, there's lots of pressure, be it public pressure from the outsiders, personal pressure that you give yourself, and even pressure from your team and ensuring that you perform as you from your full capabilities.
Mhm.
And I feel it's important that you just keep your sanity, ensure that you keep sane in the moment, you enjoy what you do, and also keep pushing yourself to your full potential. And I feel like I have been coping greatly with the pressure, both from the public, from myself, and I feel I'm doing a great job with the pressure that I'm receiving right now.
The mere fact that you can go up a second time, because Dominicans, they don't. Let me tell you, they're not always kind.
Yes.
They're not always kind, and they sometimes will say things, or I should say we, because I want to put myself in it too. Because when I leave myself out of it, it's like I'm making myself superior, which I'm not. Because sometimes it's just something that happens naturally where we're not very kind, and I'm sure people would have said certain things. One of the things I remember your talent so vividly. I remember what you did, you were miming. You had with it was around mental health. I remember you brought on Franklin Moses, who's somebody that I hold in such high regard. So I remember, and the fact that I can remember your talent after 2 years, I felt you had a very strong talent. I felt that you were speaking about something that was very important. And I wish that the others, everybody else saw that as well, because I
Yes.
felt it was very timely. I want to talk a little bit about the mental health aspect of your journey. You've chosen you've chosen then to focus on mental health. And you spoke, when you introduce yourself, you say one of the things that you continue to do is to continue to advocate for people with mental health issues by making regular visits to the APU, speaking to people, and conversing with them. Share with me a little bit about why is it so important promoting health and wellness, but not just health and wellness, but mental health.
Mental health is something that I hold closely to my heart because I've had personal experiences with persons who suffered from mental health and who also lost to their own mental health. I had friends who were depressed, had anxiety, and it eventually led them to become vagrants, led to drugs, and also led to the demise. And this is something that's really important to me because we pay little to no attention to person's mental health. We just brush it off like it's nothing. But our mental health really focuses on us holistically. It affects us physically. And I feel it's important to continue to advocate for everyone's mental health. Because when I went to the APU unit at the Dominican China Friendship Hospital, I heard the stories of persons and how they ended up in this situation. And many of them were due to depression and anxiety and what they dealt with life challenges, their parents, their siblings, and all these stories were very heart aching, which led them to be depressed. And some persons really wanted to commit suicide because of what they went through. And I just thought it was very interesting and something we should focus more on because people are suffering in silence and we don't know that it leads to suicide, to drug abuse. And at the end of the day, all we are saying is, oh, I'm sorry. If I knew earlier, I would help. But what are we doing to help those people? Like, are we asking questions? Are we listening to those stories? Are we listening to people when they're saying that they feel ill or they feel depressed or they feel sad? Like, what are we doing to help those people?
I'm interested in knowing, what would you recommend we do? Like, you've spoken. I mean, I'm very solutions driven, and I like, if we're gonna identify a problem, what would you say would be a solution that you think could be taken on? It could be from an institutional perspective, it could be from a systematic perspective. Like, what do you think could be done to enhance, or to advocate, or to educate people more about the importance of their mental health?
I have two main solutions. The first one is creating a half house. We did have one a few years back, however, that was demolished. And they did mention that they wanted a half house where the homeless persons who come in and get food, shelter, and also sessions to assist them with their mental health issues. And I also believe that we should also create a rehab center where persons can actually receive treatments for their mental illnesses and where we have psychiatrics person to just talk to the patients and give treatments, and also just the area to a safe space for persons to just come and experience um, connection with other persons which have the same issues as them. And yes, I believe with the government assistance, this would be a great initiative that will help our persons in Dominica.
Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Mia. You mentioned the halfway house, and I think that is always a good, like, it's something that can be easily integrated into every day, because you're not forcing them to stay, but you just preparing a space for them, that they can feel safe, they can feel seen, they can feel heard. And we have so much stigma around going up to APU. It's almost like this. It will be like the step before you end up at APU. Like, you can
Yes.
seek help there. And if you really feel like, because whenever I've heard of APU, I always thought it was like a prison. That was what kind of just, you just felt like you were in prison. And I'm sure other people have that same idea or ideology that that's what it represents, and that will kind of help, dismantle the stigma associated with getting help when you don't feel like you can. So thank you very much for sharing that with us. I want to talk a little bit about your love for sports and nature, and you speak about some of your favorite sports. What are some of your favorite sports, like netball and I think you said softball or handball? Handball. How has that influenced your life, like participating in sports and even loving nature?
My love for sports actually started at the Budo Primary School, which is my alma mater. I was involved in track and field and football at primary school. And after primary school, I went on to the convent high school where I then added netball. So I played football and netball at the convent high school. Then in college, I tried a new sport, which was basketball. So I played netball, football, and basketball. And I'm also part of the national team for handball. Um, I love sports. It's a way that I use to express myself and really keep fit. And it is something I really enjoy. With sports, I feel very confident. I showcase who I really am, and it's something I really enjoy.
Thank you, Mia. A lot of folks are commenting, and a lot of you have a lot of support. A lot of folks are definitely supporting you both on YouTube as well as Facebook. So big up to all of the folks who are on YouTube. Um, I want to talk a little bit about the pageant. You mentioned your platform, and I caught it. I caught a brief part of it that had to do with failure, right? How do you plan to use that specific platform to inspire young women in Dominica?
Yes, my platform is inspiring women to overcome failure. And it's not just pertaining to pageantry, but to women who started a business, like a lash business or hair business, and they failed because persons didn't support them how they thought they would and decided to just close off that business. Or even to persons, to our young women who are in that domestic violence relationship where they're afraid to move on because that's the only person they knew all their life and they're afraid to start over again. I'm
Mhm.
advocating for those persons to know that life don't end here. You can try again and start over, and this time you do it differently. You try a different perspective, and just move on with your life and be who you really are.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. And speaking of, the pageant and the fact that this is the second time you are participating, someone did make a note. So I want to big up Prince, who just indicated that there were other people in the past who came back, like Martha Augustus, and I believe she did end up winning
Yes.
Miss Dominica. So I mean, you have a really good example right there, Mia. You have a really, really great example of someone who persevered, came back, and did way better and emerge the winner. What would you say is the most challenging aspect of preparing for Miss Dominica 2025?
The most challenging part. That's an interesting question. I would say it's the same as modeling because persons are looking forward to me giving a great experience or great performance in my modeling for my swimsuit and my evening wear because they are aware that I have been modeling for the past few years.
Mm-hmm.
And therefore, it seems like more of a pressure than a challenge because
Mm,
I know I am capable of performing great. However, persons are expecting a high standard for me for
mhm.
that specific aspect. So it's more of a pressure than a challenge. And I can assure you that I'm going to do my best because I love modeling.
Well, I remember you were a lot smaller too, and I could see that you've gotten a lot more toned. Mia's gotten a lot more toned. Mia even put on a little bit of weight, so in all of the right places. In all
Right.
of the right places. Sometimes when you say people put on weight in Dominica, they think that I calling you fat, right? Nowhere near that. It's just you definitely your body, you've definitely toned up nicely, and you look wonderful. And I'm looking forward to seeing how you represent
Thank
yourself
you.
on the night of the 27th. I was actually scrolling through status, and something I rarely ever do. But today I was today's I mean it's my birthday. I was barely doing anything, and I came across a status of someone talking about the inter-school debating competition that's happening, I believe tomorrow. That's Wesley High School versus Orion Academy, and the topic that they're debating is beauty pageants are outdated in a modern society focused on diversity and inclusion. And I was like, how fitting is that the conversation that they're having? And I'm like, probably I'll ask Meeya a little bit about her perspective on beauty pageants. What is your take on beauty pageants being outdated? How would you argue that they're still actually relevant today?
I personally don't think that beauty pageants are outdated because it's a platform that allows us women to showcase who we really are holistically, our talents, our beauty, our grace. And in today's day, we are encouraging all body types, all colors, all shapes to be participating in these pageants. And previously we had the slimmer women doing pageants. Right now we have the thicker women doing the pageants, and it is all just perfectly fitting. It really shows that we are all beautiful and we are all made in God's image and likeness, and we are all worthy of just experiencing and showcasing who we really are as persons.
We're not thick and we're pleasantly plump.
Sorry.
We're not thick. We're just pleasantly plump. Okay. But thank you very much for sharing that with us. I can tell that some people are obviously against beauty pageants because they feel that a lot of there's too much emphasis placed on looks,
Yes.
and body and all of
Yes.
this. But what I really love about the pageant that we have in Dominica, a lot of focus is placed on talents. A lot of focus is also placed on intelligence, you know, and I absolutely love. So I feel like there's a really good balance, like there's
Right.
the artistic aspect of it, there's obviously the beauty aspect of it, but there's also the intelligence, and I really really must say I commend the committee, for maintaining that standard because it is a high standard. We see a lot of Miss Dominicans or Miss Dominica past pageant winners, going on to do really amazing things in
Yes.
society, are really elevating their positions or operating in elevated positions and really doing like wonderful things, for themselves. And that will lead me to this question, like if you were crowned, Miss Dominica, right? And you were given one opportunity to speak to the nation. So they said to you, Via, this is your opportunity to speak to the nation and you can talk about anything you want to talk about. What would you speak about?
I would maybe say that I encourage all women to maybe try something new, especially in the pageant or modeling industry, because these industries are very beneficial financially, motivationally, and it allows you to really express who you are as a person. And I will also maybe implement that our Queen Show committee would allow persons who have children or who are married to take part in the pageantry, because I personally believe that even if you're a mother or your wife, you are just as capable as a single person with a child to be participating in pageants. You have the grace, you have the knowledge, you have the ability to do so. So I would say maybe implementing that specific aspect to our Queen Show um, platform.
Well, you're gonna make Queen Show committee raise hell on that, girl. Because I know that is something that people have brought up in the past, and they're like, "We're not for it," we're not for it. And it speaks about inclusivity, and having
Yes,
diverse people from diverse backgrounds, as well as being inclusive to everyone, not just people who are single and skinny, and you know disengaged, not married. So I good answer, like great answer. I love it.
just to add as well, currently the Miss Universe pageant allows mothers and also um, married women to participate in the pageants, and that is what we're looking forward to in the region where we prepare our girls to go to these pageants internationally. So why not just follow their standards?
Huh. Yeah. We're gonna have to go parliament for that, Meeya. I mentioned to you that I remembered you most in your talent around, um, your focus that year was on men and mental health. This year, what do you want people to remember you most about you after the competition?
I want people to remember that I was someone who is resilient. I was able to bounce back from my adversities, my struggles, my quote unquote failures, and just use me as example that no matter what you face in life, that you are capable of starting over and doing better than how you started previously. I feel it's important that persons know that you are your biggest motivator, your only competition, and you are capable of doing whatever your mind is set for. One of my favorite quotes is, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever you believe you can do, you are capable of executing those plans. You are able to reach those goals that you have set for yourself because you are amazing.
I love that quote, and so does Dr. Valda Henry. That's one of her favorite quotes as well. That's one of her favorite quotes as well. What would you say is probably your? I mean, you talk about all of the things that you could do, but obviously you must have weaknesses. What would you say is your biggest weakness, and how are you working to overcome that?
Hmm. That's also interesting. My biggest weakness at this moment, I would maybe say the pressure of society. Um, I may seem strong on the outside, but sometimes I really sit and wonder, like, why are you really doing this again? Like, are you sure you want to do this over again? Are you capable of doing this over again? And how do people really perceive me? Because there's persons who have said, like, me again, or she really want a scholarship boy, you know?
You know
People have
what?
said,
That second one is exactly what I heard. I was like, she really wants a scholarship, but on
yeah,
what? On what? Like, but
exactly,
it's not for free. You're working hard for it. This is months
exactly.
of preparation.
But what I fail to realize is that this journey is more than just a practice for me this year. It's more of a personal journey. It's something that I really want to accomplish because I knew that I was able to accomplish more last year. I can offer more this year. And I do not care what persons have to say about me or their perspectives about what I'm going up this year again. I just believe in myself and I know my personal reason for coming back here once again.
If you lose, would you come back?
I, to be honest, I might because I,
She's like, I am playing. Go, you're an Aquarian.
I actually don't have any doubt of losing the competition because I'm confident in myself. However, if I were not to place again in this pageant, I will come back because Jael, once I set goals for myself, I'm going to accomplish those goals. I have never set goals that I haven't accomplished in my life. From the 24 years I've been living in this earth, I've never not accomplished the goals I've set for myself. So, yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful. Mia, I want to know a little bit. I've gotten all of the tough questions out of the way. I want to know a little bit about life in Canefield/Rogie. Tell us a little bit about your family, your parents, if you have siblings. What does your home circle look like? What does a day in the life of Meeya look like?
Yes, I am actually the only girl out of four boys. I have no sisters. So,
Wow.
I grew
Do
up,
they bully you? Do they push you? Do they poke at you?
trust me, I have grown up to be very tough and have a dash and leave back because
I like that. You clearly following me.
I have no sisters and I basically grew up as a tomboy because I would do things like climbing trees and running in the bushes, playing football on the road, roller skating. Those are the stuff.
Where do you fall in terms of the order of your siblings?
I'm actually the one before the last. So I have a younger brother and I have three older brothers.
Wow, that must have been tough for you. Like, how is dating with three older brothers?
Oh gosh, man, I couldn't date. I couldn't because they were very tough on me. Even in college, I couldn't talk to boys freely because they were on my back.
And they're back too, I'm sure. Don't talk to my sister. My brother, I'll eat you a lash. I'll throw a big stone behind you.
Trust me.
Your home circle seems to be very one that's very warm. Tell me a little bit about your parents.
Yes, I have very loving parents. I grew up mainly with my mother. However, my father is active in my life as well. And I grew up in a loving home. I always received love. I mean, I'm the princess. I'm the only girl on both sides. So I always receive love from both sides. And my brothers really shaped me for who I am today. They always motivated me and instilled values and morals in me. Always ensure that I carried myself properly as a young lady in society and ensure that I'm disciplined. So life at home was awesome actually. I always received the princess treatments. I never got in trouble because my brothers would take up for me sometimes, even when I did wrong.
Or take the blame for you too?
They will. So I must say I was very thankful for that. I love them so, so much. My brothers, my mom, my family, they mean so much to me.
Well, how do they feel about you doing this again?
They're actually supportive. When I did it in 2023, my oldest brother was the one who really pushed me to went to do the pageant in 2023. And this year they are supportive as previously. They always send me encouraging messages, call me throughout the day, ensure that I'm good, ensure that my mental health is proper. And it's been great, trust me.
That's wonderful. They're still giving you the princess treatment. So by all means, you need to be queen, right?
Right.
Right. This is kind of like the section where we go into the well, normally I don't do that on this show, but I've implemented it just for the Queen's Quest show because I wanted to do a bit of rapid fire questions to kind of get you prepared for the night of the question and answer round where any question could be thrown at you and you have to answer in seconds. I want to at this time also encourage folks who are on the live if they have questions, if they have comments, if they have things of if they want to share moments of support for you, they can do so because right after the rapid questions, I will bring up their questions before we wrap up the show. So, Meeya, are you ready for our rapid questions?
Of course.
No thoughts. So you just say the first thing that comes to mind is what we
Okay.
want to hear. Okay, you
Okay.
ready?
I am.
Good. We're going. So, the beach or the mountains?
The beach.
If you could have dinner with any celebrity, who would it be?
Myself.
Meeya, you love yourself, eh? Oh, lad. Favorite childhood memory?
Ooh, roller skating on our stone roads at my home.
And feel you grow up like you wanted to break your neck?
I had,
That,
trust me, I had experiences. I fell on that road, bruised my face, bruised my hands.
that's wild. That's wild. If you were a superhero, what superpower would you have?
I would say the ability to freeze time. Because sometimes you need to have just a moment just to relax and refresh yourself and just ensure that all the outside energy is thrown away from you and just be at your own peace.
Freeze time. Heels or sneakers?
Ah, heels.
All the
Fun
way,
fact,
eh?
Fun fact, I have been wearing sneakers my entire life because, I've worn with boys. I have always loved sneakers. But after the show in 2023, I've worn heels literally every single day for the past 2 years.
Wow. Wow. You need to get you heel rollerblades. You know the ones on the
Right.
heel? Get you a pair of those. If you could instantly master one language, which one would you choose?
Sorry, I didn't get that question.
If you could instantly master one language, which language would it be?
I would maybe say Spanish because I love the way that it sounds, like all the rolling of the tongue. I would say Spanish.
Mm. Spanish is a good language to have, especially in this part of the world,
Yes.
because we are lumped in with Latin America. So they normally say the Caribbean, Latin America and the Caribbean,
Yeah.
so it's a good language to have. It's a very important language to actually know, especially when we're doing, like, if you plan on sticking in this side of the world, it's a good language to know.
Yes.
Your favorite way to relax after a long day?
Oh, that's actually in nature. I love to go to the beach or somewhere that's full of natural scenery like trees or the bushes. I love nature. So anything that's mentally pampering, that's where I
Mm,
go.
mm. Thanks for sharing that with us. If you could live in any decade of the past, which one would you choose?
Any decade of the past. I would maybe say in the 90s because I love that sense of fashion back then. You know, the
You
bell
love the thin eyebrows?
bottoms.
You love the thin 90s eyebrows?
They're actually cute though. You know, the bell bottoms and the fashion sense that they had. I really love those.
Mm. Describe yourself in one word.
Adventurous.
Ooh. Thank you very much, Mia, for taking part in our rapid fire questions. At this time, I want to open up to the public and bring up their comments. Folks have been chatting, folks have been sending you love, and I want to go back as far as I can go back, to bring up the comments. So, first one on the board, we have Charlene White Christian. She's not the first contestant to do it twice. Martha Augustus, Gloria Ofa, and Marjorie Burke did it twice. Thank you very much for that, for adding that as well, Charlene. Someone says, Rosalind says, you very well can go up for the pageant over and over until you win. Your self esteem, confidence is to beat. Others in the world have done it before. So just someone, really, really showing love. That's one thing about my followers, girl. They're gonna show you love, okay? They're
Right.
gonna show you love, right? Is there we strong? We're showing love. We ride high. Um, Ruthie's saying she's so confident, and I love it. Um, Someone on YouTube, Marceline, is saying, yes, I surprised to see she's grown and so beautiful. Um, Newton, that is Annis Newton, is saying, I love her confidence. So folks are really, really showing you some mad love, you know. Annis also added, you go girl, great response, Shervin is saying, Meeya is a definition of never let failure bring you down. Stay positive. Folks are loving you. My sister Aurelie is saying Meeya is the poster child for perseverance this year. Such a gem. You go, girl. I'm so proud of you doing this again. And you know, Athleen Duran is saying she's relaxed, calm, right? And Steady is saying, proud of you, Meeya. I feel confident, sweetheart. Your godmother sending you some love. Meeya, I mean, you're doing your thing. I want to commend you again for taking this step once again. And like you say, if it doesn't happen, you will be back, right? But we're not waiting for back. We're waiting to see really great results from you this year. What is the best piece of advice would you say you've received? And with that, can you share your best piece of advice you would like to give?
The best advice I've received is really to just continue doing what I'm doing because persons see me as a motivation to others. And I have been receiving so many messages from persons who are stating that I am a motivation to them to do better and also try again. And I feel very confident. I feel very motivated and I feel loved by all the comments I have been receiving from persons, the calls and messages. And I'd like to tell others that it is important to remember that you are your biggest motivator, your only competition, and you shouldn't let any outside force determine who you really are or what you are capable of doing. Anything you set your mind to, you definitely can achieve those goals. You are great, you are bold, you are beautiful, you are awesome.
Oh, thank you, me. I feel like you're talking to me. Motivational speaker, are you not? Me, it was wonderful having you on here with me. Um, let's talk a little bit about your sponsors. Are you
Right.
sponsored, and what is that like? And who you'd like to really shout out? Any folks that you want to shout out. We almost didn't remember to mention your sponsors.
I am sponsored by the Dominican National Commission, specifically BLAST, as Miss BLAST Mystery Progressive, which
Mm,
is a bonus round on our games at our casino, where at any given time, the slots can activate gems, where you can win five out of our promotions. And the promotion starts at $100,000.
wow.
And so far, we have had three winners. And guess what? All three have been women. All, all
Those
three
women
have.
like to gamble. You're trying to tell me
What I'm trying to say is that all women are being empowered and we are capable of getting
right.
everything we want.
100,000, times
Yes,
three. That's
you're right.
awesome. That is
So,
awesome.
going down to any of our blast terminals, we have many terminals. We have in Roseau, in Cas Comfort, in Sufuria, in Maho. We can go ahead and play any of our games and ensure to look out for that mystery progressive icon at the top of your machine to ensure that you're taking a chance to win with our last mystery progressive bonus round. Also, I'd like to invite you to play of our one of our daily games like Daily 3, Big 4, One Off, Play 4, which you can win many prizes, many large amounts of money daily. We have had a large payout so far. Today we had a $5.2 million in payouts for the month of February thus far. So you have
Wow.
to be in it to win it, and remember to play within your limits because at the Dominican National Lottery, everything is possible. Uh,
You're the hostess and the mostest. I love it.
Let me also take the opportunity to start to give a big thanks to my team, the Dream Team, who have been working with me for the past 2 years and who have been pushing me to the best of my abilities. Thank you so much. I love you all. Thank you to my family and friends who have been also assisting me with prayers, calls, messages, and even my team at the Dominican National Lottery in the studio every day. All the love and support you have been giving me has been great. And, the love is really what pushes me and motivates me to do better each day. Without this, I really don't know how I'll be going on for my day.
Yeah, I want to wish you all the best in the competition.
Thank you.
We're all looking forward to your performance. I'm not even asking you what you're going to do because I'm just going to wait and be surprised. And so we're looking forward to seeing you again this time around because we know once you come back better and stronger and ready for action. And thanks for joining us here this evening and sharing a little bit about your story with us.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Jael, as well, for giving me the opportunity to join you tonight. Thank you for this platform where you create a safe space for everyone to just join in and give their opinions, with awareness on certain topics in Dominica, even internationally as well. You have been doing a great job, and I consider you a really good icon in Dominica.
Oh, thank you, Mia. I wasn't ready according to Colin. I really wasn't ready. I really appreciate this. This is very sweet. You are one of my faithful followers. I know that for sure. Because I do see you often when you log in and you view, and I really appreciate your kind words and we're there. We're there. We're rooting for you and wishing you all the best on February the 27th at
Yes.
the Carnival City, aka Windsor Park Stadium forecourt, where everything is going to be going down.
Right.
Different rounds, and you have an opportunity to shine and really showcase your talent on this night. And hopefully, fingers and toes crossed. Hopefully, you emerge winner, right? I'm hoping for everybody. I don't know how we're gonna have five winners, but everybody on fingers and toes crossing for them. Wish you all the best. All right.
Thank you so much and have a great evening and enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Thank you, my dear. I'm about to. I'm about to. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate it. And thanks for remembering. Thank you very much to Meeya. Oh my God, such a wonderful individual, such a beautiful soul, such a really like attentive young lady, and I love that about her. And my sister said, I know she has my heart. Wonderful, wonderful individual, eloquent. People are saying, sending a lot of love her way, and we're looking forward to seeing her on the night of the show. I want to say thank you very much to Discover Dominica Authority, Dominica Festivals Commission, and obviously the Carnival Queen Show Committee. I saw Charlene White Christian, who is in charge of the Queen Show Committee. She's been on the live viewing this interview. And I want to say thank you to them for allowing me to interview their ladies, because, you got to go through them. It's not just saying, I want to have them on my show. It doesn't work that way, and I really appreciate that they took the time to consider my show and having these young ladies come on and share a little bit about their life with you, my audience, and with you, the public. I also want to say thank you very much to my sponsors. Without them, listen, the lights have to stay on. You see the light on, right? It needs to stay on, and the internet needs to work, even though sometimes it's sticking, right? But it still needs to work. So I want to say thank you very much to Do It Center, where they do it best paint your home and hardware location. You can get so many. I love what Do It Center. Listen, you need to go check out Do It Center's Facebook page. I love their promos and their reels that they post. Some of them are so hilarious. Some of them are so engaging. I believe last week they had, the socks. The employees had to come in with different socks that speak to their personality, and they did a really cute video about that. And I absolutely just love following them, and great place to go in. It's really fun environment to go in and get any hardware, as well as painting material. I also want to say thank you very much to Fresh Market Pharmacy. Let me tell you, you'll be feeling a little your chest feeling a little congested. Check out Fresh Market. They have lots of different medications for cough, cold, fever, you name it. Make sure you stock up, because we're going into a season. I mean, normally we get the flu after Carnival comes because there's so much traffic coming in. But imagine how many people are getting sick now, and people haven't even started really flocking into Dominica. So make sure prevention is better than cure. So have stuff on hand. Have your little ibuprofen, your little paracetamol, your little histocin. I can never pronounce that. Have that on hand. You can get that at Fresh Market Pharmacy. Thank you very much to Cash and Carry. You can get all your wine, all your wholesale items, best price for all your household items. I love Upstairs Best Price. You get those lovely sheet sets and bath. Their bath towels are like the best. Caribe, if you're drinking this carnival season, this season, make sure you have a Caribe in hand. The only thing that is worth your lips is a Caribe. All right. Make sure you're drinking Caribe this season. And of course, Astafans. Astafans will be having an amazing event, the Malt Powder event. You want to check them out. If you have not purchased your Juve tickets for Astafans Malt Powder, you need to check them out. Thank you very much to all those of you who tuned in. I truly appreciate you. I will be back not tomorrow. So we don't have a show tomorrow because there's an event that the ladies have to attend tomorrow. So we would have had our third contestant tomorrow, but we're going to have her next week, Monday. So we have our fourth contestant on Thursday, the fifth on Friday, and the following Monday and Tuesday we'll have the third contestant, and that's Miss Balson. And then on Tuesday we'll have Miss Dominica, that's Kiana Dyer. Thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. I truly appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for the opportunity to thanks for opening up your homes and your hearts to my program. I truly appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on Thursday. See you on Thursday. Same time, same place. Don't touch that dial. Make sure you turn on your notifications. Follow me on YouTube and turn on your notifications so you don't miss. Because sometimes you get caught up. Let me tell you, it happens to me. Yeah? You get caught up doing things and you forget, oh God, I had to watch this thing, so I had to listen to this thing. And it passes you by. And then you just like, oh, you didn't get it. I mean, in the heat of the moment, it feels even better. Right? So you want to make sure that you turn on your notifications on YouTube so that you can grab every single show as it happens, when it happens. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow. And I will see you on Thursday. I'm about to go now and celebrate my birthday. All right. I'm going to celebrate my birthday. All right. We're gonna break. We're gonna take a little ad break before we wrap up this evening. Thanks again. Bye bye. Looking to start your next home improvement project? Do It Center has everything you need from foundation to finish. Whether you're building, renovating, or just sprucing up, you'll find a wide selection of construction materials, lumber, tools, finishings, and of course, Do It Best quality paints. Perfect for every room. Now with 2 convenient locations on Goodwill Road and Cork Street, it's easy to shop in person or you can browse the full collection online at store.doitcenterdominica.com. Need delivery? They've got you covered. Do It Center offers island-wide delivery so your purchases reach you wherever you are. Visit them today and the friendly, knowledgeable staff will help bring your home improvement dreams to life. Do It Center Dominica, your partner in home improvement.
You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? Tell me ready. You mad? Who fool? Who chad? Who bunny bote? Timon, Gaibel. Gaibel. Don't message my phone. Gaibel. I don't want you. Gaibel. Jigsaw. Let's go. You see this here? Okay, boom. We not chasing nobody. Why you got in all that Barry? Acting as though you don't want me. Yes, baby.
Maybe you think we need mustard?
Yes, baby.
Yes, baby.
I don't have ketchup, you know. You think we should take some?
Yes, baby.
If you tell me clean the house, yes, baby. If you tell me hush my mouth, yes, baby. If you say I cannot go, yes, baby. I will
I want 5 cases of malt, 2 cases of leg quarters, 3 cases of yellowtail wine. Give me plenty yellowtail wine. Half bag lentils,
yes,
half
baby.
bag. He's paying.
When I go to work, she lie down on the settee. When I come home, I give her all the money. Yes, baby. You don't need to stress. Take what you want and give me the rest. Yes, baby. Your cooking is the best, but I know you're tired. Why don't you take a rest?
Caribe Hard Cider. Moments made extraordinary.
I love the Kalinago territory, I love the Kalinago people, and I really embrace my culture.
How the hell do we expect to survive as a communal society in a capitalist system?
We need to teach that history that have not been taught.